Hi everyone and welcome to Studio Jake. I of course am your host named Jacob Airy. Today I have a very special edition of a brand new vidcast, comics, cartoons, and cola. It's basically the same things as cartoon, comics, and coffee, but I decided to switch it up for cola because I drink cola a lot more than I do coffee. I like soda, I like pop, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, this is the vidcast where I talk about all things comics, all things cartoons, whether it be, the DC Universe, Marvel, anime, whatever it is, all while enjoying a nice soda. I like that sound when you first open a soda. Hey, they're not sponsoring me. Today is a very big day. It is probably one of the greatest holidays of all mankind. September 18th is 2021's Batman Day. Since it was Batman Day, of course, everyone, if you've watched me for any length of time, I think Batman is the best comic book character, hands down, no questions asked. So I think a day celebrating him, I think it makes sense. And normally on these kinds of days, I do some sort of tidbit or I go over info about a show or a certain comic or a piece of Batman history. Today I want to do something different. Since it was Batman Day, a lot of the comic book stores in my area were doing discounts on Batman products. Some were doing 15%, some were 20%, some were doing half off some graphic novels by some pretty famous people, and also you were getting free comics. It didn't seem as celebratory as 2019, which was the year, 2020, which was the year we kind of had the last full-on Batman Day celebration. We didn't really have one last year because of the beer bug. But anyway, I just wanted to show off some of the stuff that I got just for fun. It's not, I'm not trying to be, I said show off, I'm not trying to be braggy. I just wanted to show you this with the swag I got, and maybe you can get it at your local comic book store. And if you did get stuff from your local comic book store on Batman Day, please comment below. I want to know what you got. Now, without further ado, let's kick this thing off. First off, we have Batman 0 Point, which is a crossover with the game Fortnite. I actually got this for free. If you purchased $10 worth of stuff, you got this one for free. I don't know why they didn't just give it to you for free, but anyway. I don't play Fortnite. I'm just now sort of getting into gaming very seriously. I've always been a gamer, but I never took it as serious as a lot of my fellow nerds, geeks do. My wife is definitely more of the gamer, so I've never played Fortnite, but like I said, this is just kind of a preview issue. It's one of those things where they give you a taste of it. I'll probably buy the full graphic novel when it comes out. I'm not sure. It'll depend on how good this one is. This is a tease for Batman the World. Again, I got this one for free because it's Batman Day, but it's got Batman the World is this idea where they're taking Batman all around the globe and there's going to be different artists from those various countries. So this one is Global City. It's from the United States, and it's written by Brian Azzarello, who is a fantastic writer, by the way, with art by Lee Bermejo. He's also a really great artist. I love their work. I can't wait to read this. Who knows? Maybe this will inspire me. So this is Batman, The Dark Knight Master Race by Frank Miller and Brian Azzarello. It's got a bunch of artists, as you can see: Andy Kubert, Klaus Johnson, Brad Anderson, Alex Sinclair. I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of how Frank Miller portrays Batman always. I do like some of this stuff. Obviously, I love Batman Year One. I do like All-Star Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder. I know that's kind of controversy because Batman is just so brutal in it. But one of the things I like about that particular one is Batman loves being Batman. There's none of this ambiguity and woe is me and me. It's actually Batman is confident in who he is as a vigilante. And, I think that's really cool. And now, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of some of other Frank Miller stuff. Dark Knight Returns obviously is brilliant. Dark Knight Strikes Again, obviously not so brilliant. I've not read this one yet. I did read The Last Crusade. Not a huge fan of that one. Again, it's one of those where Batman's whining all the time. Oh, I'm so old. Oh my gosh, I'm so old. And, in it, of course, it's his take on the Jason Todd tragedy. And then it doesn't actually show you the tragedy. Spoiler alert, sorry, but anyway, I still wanted to give this a try because I do think Frank Miller is a darn good writer, and I think that people trying to bully him and getting kicked out of conventions, I think they're insane, and they should be doing the apologies, not him. There, I said it. You can at me at RealJakeberry on Twitter. All right, so now we have an Elseworlds. This is the Batman of Arkham. You've got Batman designed in sort of a old-fashioned way, similar to how he is in the 30s. And this is written by Alan Grant. Love Alan Grant stuff. He's fantastic. So I can't wait to dive into this. Elseworlds are kind of hit and miss. You either really love them or you really hate them. There's really no in between. You don't ever just go, yeah, that was good, or meh. You either go, oh my gosh, I loved it, or ugh. There's really no in between. So we'll see where this one lands up. You can check it out on my website. Batman Private Casebook. I was so excited. I found this. You know, I know I'm going to get lots of comments. Oh, you could have just gotten that on Amazon. Yeah, sometimes I do that, but I like to support my local comic book stores. I like the thrill of finding something I've been looking for in their boxes or in their spinner racks or on their shelves, wherever it is. And this time, I nailed Paul Dini's Batman Private Casebook. I love Paul Dini's work. I think he's fantastic. He, of course, is the co-creator of Harley Quinn. And I know today there's a certain gentleman who is making a TV show about Harley Quinn, and he likes to pretend that he invented Harley Quinn. No, Paul Dini is the primary factor behind Harley Quinn, and I think in this setting, I think he writes Batman very well. And also, he wrote an independent comic, I think for Top Cow, called Madame Mirage. I wish they would have let him give it a more finite ending. Other than that, I think it's brilliant. You should take that out as well. But for now, for Batman Day, Batman Private Casebook. So, for those who subscribe to my website, StudioJakeMedia.com. You know that I've been following along with Batman Catwoman, which is supposed to be Tom King's continuation of his story, because they had to, stop him from ruining Batman in his main canon. So they gave him this. I'm actually, fun fact, I'm actually blocked by Tom King on Twitter because he told a story that was obviously a lie, and it was later confirmed to be a lie. And when I called him out on it, he blocked me. I'm sure he blocked a lot of people, but I don't know what happened to the guy. Up until The Wedding, he was doing a fantastic job. The first 50 issues of his run on Batman are phenomenal. The War of Jokes and Riddles, I think, is one of the best. So, but then we get stuff like this where he's like tying it to Christmas jingles and all kinds of nutty stuff. But it's fun. It's actually kind of fun. My wife is like, why are you still reading it? I'm like, well, I feel like I'm invested in it. I need to know how it ends, at least, so I can complain about it on my YouTube channel. All right, so another one I got is part 2 of Batman 89, which continues specifically the Tim Burton film. So it ignores the events of Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, and it just goes by Batman and Batman Returns. I have to admit, the first issue disappointed me a little bit. I was expecting it, not art-wise, the artwork is fantastic, but I was expecting it to be a little bit better, and it wasn't. It kind of looks like they're turning Robin into a Gary Sue, which annoys me. And but I think it's going to be an interesting ride. I mean, I like the Burton movies for what they are. Obviously, Tim Burton never read a comic book in his life. It's really obvious from how those movies played out. But I do look forward to seeing how he's going to introduce this version of Two-Face into his sort of sphere. Although Tim Burton's not involved with the project, but still, I'm curious to see where this goes. For all we know, it could go very well. Maybe the first issue was just underwhelming. Whatever the case may be, I look forward to at least finishing out the series. Okay, another Elseworld. This is Batman Dark Allegiances, Howard Chaykin. I actually grabbed this because I've actually never even heard of this one. Again, I love just stumbling on stuff that I don't know about, that I'm not familiar with. So I'm very excited to dive into this one. I love it. Like I said, I have never read it, but I'm very excited to check it out. I'm very excited to see what it's all about and where it takes the Batman mythos. Batmanhoudini. So this is one where Harry Houdini and Batman work together to stop a serial killer. The Devil's Workshop is Batmanhoudini, The Devil's Workshop, again, another Elseworlds. I'm excited to read this one. I have heard about this one, and I've read reviews of it, but I myself have never read it, so I'm excited to dive into it. And I always like these tales where Batman interacts with a real person from history. They can, like I said, Elseworlds are very hit and miss, but I've heard good things about this one, so I'm excited to give it a try. Okay, last but definitely not least, this is Batman Black and White, and it's got incredible stories. Now, for those of you who know, they've actually done Batman Black and White before. This is a reboot of the series. This one has Paul Dini, Andy Kubert, Trad Moore, Emma Ridds, James Tynion the Fourth. And I'm excited to dive into this. This is the collection of the first few stories. They originally released these as webs and shorts. So I'm excited to see where this one goes. This is going to be good. This is, like I said, this is the first issue of the reboot. I'm going to read this one and decide whether to get the trade. Like, I got this one on sale because, again, it's Batman Day, so discounted Batman stuff. So I'm going to see if it's good. And if I like it, I'm going to give the trade a try. I really like this idea of Batman being in sort of this black and white world. Often Gotham feels like a black and white world. So I definitely want to give it a try. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this premiere video of comics, cartoons, and cola. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know if there is a comic book cartoon that you would like me to talk about. I've got more interviews, reviews, updates, things like that planned, so be sure to hit that subscribe button wherever you're watching. I'm all over the place. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, Facebook, wherever you found this. Give it a like, leave me a comment in the comment section below, tell me what you think, and I'll see you next time right here on StudioJake. Happy Batman Day.